Welcome back everybody, Kai Swans here with another episode of Football Manager 2017 with Carmarthen Town. And today's going to be a shorter episode than average, only one game today. I'm going to play just against the New Saints as I promised. Coming up later, it's us versus second. I'll show you how the league's going in a second. Just quickly, towards the end of the season, I let a whole load of end of the transfer window. I let a whole load of players go on loan, sort of players who were just going to be bit part. I didn't sign anybody new since last time, but players like Dave Vincent, Christopher Brown, Kerry Morgan, McDade, and Wadlove all went out on loan in the hope of getting some first team experience. So our squad is fairly thin, but I just thought I'd show you that. I don't know why I went to the squad here. I want to go through games. Obviously, last time was it against Connor Key, or was it? No, it wasn't. It was the Champions League. Yeah. 4-0 embarrassment, but we haven't made any transfers since then apart from a few loans out. As you see, our friendlies did not go to plan, although we did play rather tough opposition. I did schedule a few easier friendlies against St Clair's and Pencardo, which we didn't even manage to win, embarrassingly enough, but fortunately enough we started the season with some really good wins. A few easy games to be fair, a 2-1 win over Connors K, Mark Jones and Leon Thomas. There was a fair few. Wisdom and Smith were sort of not at full fitness yet, but we managed to scrape through thanks to 2 early goals. Decent win, 2-1. We've dominated a lot more games this season, which is nice to see. Again, Mark Jones getting a goal and Aidan Smith getting 2. There was one game where we did an amazing comeback. I don't remember when this is. This is gone a long way back, but here 5-3 win in the cup. It was a very entertaining game actually. Then Newton we beat 1-0. Wisdom getting a mid-game goal. Prestaten 3-0, absolute demolition. It was rather easy. Mark Jones this season has been our star man, although Wisdom sort of came into it about here-ish. Wisdom joined us. Then we played against the New Saints. I decided not to live-com this game. It was too early in the season. It didn't mean enough at that point, and I'm a bit upset I did, because we actually managed a 0-0 draw away against the New Saints, which is a really good result in my opinion, and it was televised and everything, so that kept us actually first, because the New Saints drew against I think it was actually Kevin Drewers they drew against towards the start of the season, so we were 2 points ahead of them. Then we nearly lost against Newtown, which was rather embarrassing. It nearly went to penalties in the Nathaniel Cup third round. Then we beat Kevin Druids 4-0, fairly convincing win to be fair. This is where Wisdom sort of came into his own. You see he's scoring like basically every game. That injury wasn't a bad one fortunately for us, but we did draw 3-3, and it was this is the game where we had a late comeback. We were 3-2 down and 3-1 down, and I just had no hope, but then fortunately right at the end in the last 20 minutes we got 2 goals back to get a draw. So despite thinking like, oh, it's a safe despite thinking we completely lost, I came back. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Another comeback, but not as like good as the Mango City one. Sorry about that. I don't know if you heard that. A motorbike went by. Beacon did no 4-3, and they got a very late goal. We were all over them. It was very one-sided. I'm surprised they got that many chances. Connors Key, another good game, 7-1, absolutely trounced them. This is really good for the goal difference. As you see, we only beat them 2-1 at the beginning of the season, but at this point we were scoring goals for fun, but then the goals sort of did dry up. After 3-1 against Real, we had 3 very close games. We actually dominated these games. If you look at the stats, it's like 55% possession. We had like 3/4 of the game shots were for us, stuff like that. And then 1-0 against, it was weird goal scores too. You'll notice Tom Pearson the right winger, another right winger, and then Liam Thomas getting the goal in the cup semi-final. And the most recent game against Prestaten was a 2-0 thanks to Mark Jones. He scored a fair few pens this season, and it leaves the league table looking a bit like this. We're in first because the New Saints have drawn 3 games against Kevin Druids and Port Talbot. Kevin Druids at the start of the season, Port Talbot a few weeks ago, but we've only drawn 2 against the New Saints and Bangor. Bangor in third, but 10 points behind us. And this game, I didn't want to play another game this because it just would understate the importance of this game. In terms of player stats, if we look at goals, he's nearly on the screen. Where is he? Yeah, Mark Bishop Wisdom is 4 off the top, and then Jones is another 2 behind. Jones scoring a fair few more this season, kept Aidan Smith completely out the side. Clean sheets, Leedsy and Preston equal there. Bishop Wisdom, a lot of assists, and some fairly good players. But yeah, we're doing pretty good this season. I'm pretty pleased with the performances, but today's a big game, and I thought, since I'm only doing this game this episode, a few other things to note. Here, I've done a complete staff overall. You can see we're best in the league in every aspect. We've got loads of staff. I haven't decided to get that third scout, which I've been allowed, because what I'm going to do is wait until I'm professional and get a foreign one to increase my knowledge of other leagues. But we've done a complete scouting overhaul. You can see we've got a couple of new coaches. We've got a new assistant manager, Lee Chappell, who's actually tactically competent, knows a bit, has a bit of like judging playability potential, a bit of man management, and is earning £50 less a week, which is really good. We got our own goalkeeping coach, specifically goalkeeping coach. I should have really offered him a coach. I wasn't thinking properly when I did it. But he's got 11 goalkeepers and he's pretty decent, and he's on a reasonable wage, nothing excessive, 85 a week. Danny Thomas still there. We got a new head of youth development. The previous was on a rolling contract and had like free judging player potential and ability, and a really low working with youngsters. So this guy's pretty good. Nice upgrade all round. 3 new guys in there. Medical team, we got a new head physio, I believe. Maybe a new head physio, but definitely this guy Manos is new. And then also I did sign a sports scientist, because this guy will hopefully help stop injuries, and it really, if we can build a solid foundation in this side, it'll be so helpful. So this backroom stuff is really important in my opinion. And then we got a director of football. I thought, why not? I'm not going to give him any jobs, but might as well have him. It's money isn't a problem. We've got 700,000 in the bank. Money is literally not a problem. And I got a couple more scouts. Darren Pond, I think he's new. Our previous scout was on a running contract. Loads of players, a rolling contract. Loads of players were. If we have a quick look, not reserves here. Under 19, and like got us a new assistant manager at under 19, stuff like that. I did a few random changes here and there. Anything else of note? Staff. Our board, Founders Affiliate Club, it's a rubbish one. Who's it? Llanelli, that's it. We're affiliated with Llanelli Town. Where do you see it there? Affiliate clubs. Basically, we can stand players up to them. I did notice I'm in the favoured personnel. I don't know if I said this before. Wisdom is an icon, and Mark Jones and I are favoured personnel. So that's not bad. But the team selection is what today's about, and I'm going to pick it live because I thought, why not? I always sort of pre-pick it. Goalkeeper picks himself, Liadzi. A right back is a tough choice, and normally I just do it based off form, and Josh Green is the best player and is also most informed, so he's a natural pick there. Spittle is unfortunately suspended, and being my best defensive midfielder, that comes into play later, but Sean Perry is a clear starter. And then the second choice is sort of a tough fight, but Lee Sermon does win most of the time. Occasionally I do pick Irving. He's had, as you see, 11 starts this season. And then left, Kane Owen normally gets it, and he does this time. The second choice hasn't had many games. You can see here, ooh, I don't want to do that. Here you can see how many games he's had. He's only had 6 starts, and he's not made the most of it. This is a good chance to actually see how players have done. I should make most of this. In midfield, this is where it gets a bit more exciting. We don't have many players who suit the roles, but Josh Knight has been incredible, but he will be picked as a central midfielder, and instead I'm going to go with Tom Pearson. Started 16 times this season, played pretty decently, gets in the side. Defensive mid, it's probably going to be Kieran Lewis. He's played decently, yep, Kieran Lewis is defensive, and then Josh Knight is the more attacking one, and then on the left I'm going to have Lewis Short. Kind of picks himself ahead of Wolf. Just never really performed for me despite having the attributes, and I really rate him. Thomas Silva's just not been good enough, bit of a wasted buy. How often has he played for me? 4 starts, 4 off the bench. He keeps complaining about lack of game time, and the 2 strikers are currently picking themselves. It's Bishop Wisdom and Mark Jones. The bench is slightly harder to pick, so I'm sort of gonna it's sort of a fight between these two for the second, but because Irving's not playing well, Callum Morris gets the right back / defensive mid, and then Irving. Actually, I'm going to put 3 defenders on. In terms of midfielder, I'm going to not play Luke Morgan, he's a youth player. Instead, I'm looking at Dowie Thomas. He's had a fair few games, 4 starts, 1 off the bench, which is pretty good considering he's not the best, but he's defensively alright. Then I need a left mid, so Wolf, Liam Thomas and Aidan Smith, 2 strikers, are really helpful in these situations. I'm going to quickly see. No, box to box mid is its best, and Kieran prefers to be in attack. No, I'm going to keep him. I'm going to play him as a box to box and him as a ball winning defend. There you go. Hopefully this doesn't mess everything up, but a bit more defensive solidity against the New Saints is useful. But that's it for this team, and we're going to get into the game. So the New Saints playing a 4-3-3, a fair few really good players in their squad at the moment. If we just scroll through quickly, Callum Preston, yeah, decent looking keeper, and the wages, you see he's on 550 a week. This right back looks really good, defensively brilliant, crossing doesn't look too bad, not the fastest possibly, but very strong, amazing all round player, this Cyprotic player. The centre back looks decent. on 875 a week. Wiltmore, not the fastest, but look at this, 13 tackling, 12 marking. Yeah, it's amazing we drew 0-0 against them. It's amazing we're beating them to the title. Very young left back on loan from MK Dons. Defensive mid looks brilliant, really physically amazing, hard working. Whelan's very fast, good technique, good passing. This guy doesn't look the best, but I don't know much about him. Meki, I'm just sort of scrolling through, a good dribbler, but not incredible. Very fast, but again, not incredible. And Max Hansile, very fast and looks like a good striker, so I'm rather worried about their team. I'm going to say to the defence, I have faith in you, and that's it actually. First proper highlight of the game is going our way, fortunately. Bishop Wisdom can't quite get the through ball through to Mark Jones, unfortunately, and they can get a brilliant through ball into Hazeldine on the left flank. Can he get a good cross in back to their midfielder Sarpong? I'm worried about him, he looks amazing. Whelan into Meki, Meki shoots, Idzi fortunately saves. I really can't exaggerate the importance of these games because TNSers are a level above the rest of the league. TNS are admittedly a level above us, but because of the way Foot Manager works, like teams always slip up. Whereas the team you're managing, you sort of have more control and you can keep a bit better consistency, but TNS will hopefully step up every so often. So we just have to beat all the other teams and we can sort of win the league as we did last season. Is sort of what I'm hoping to do this year, just because we are a man down. We're a man down. 20 minutes into a game and we're a man down. I can't believe it. That is insane in my opinion. There we have it, 4-4-1. I've brought Derry Thomas in, play as a central midfielder support, and Wisdom alone up front as an advanced forward. Gonna put this, I don't know what to do, I'll be honest, I have literally no idea. Yep, no idea, we're a man down. 20 minutes into a game, we're a man down. Josh Knight against his former club, he's like amazing player, but against his former club gets a red card. Within 20 minutes, that's bizarre. We've actually got a chance here. Kane Owen can't get the through ball to Bishop Wisdom, and now they have a chance to not just counter but control as well. Sort of a controlled counter. They're sort of attacking nicely here. Hazeldine, their midfield passing it about nicely. They've got a nice formation. 4-3-3 is very effective. Having used it a lot with Swansea. Derry Thomas headers clear, but he's got no one to header to at the moment. They're just passing it through our side at the moment. Meki cuts inside, shoots. Idzi with another beautiful save. It's out for a corner. Here we see the corner whipped in. Hopefully cleared, and it is cleared by Shane Perry. So I've taken Kane Owen off. He's on the yellow card. He's underperforming and he looked stressed after my team talks. Callum Roberts on. Kane Owen, famous for not performing well in big games. So hopefully Callum Roberts secures us a bit more defensive solidity and we can hold on. Just defend in numbers basically. 2 solid lines of 4 can hopefully do their job. Highly unlikely though. TNS is probably going to win like 3-1. 3-1, 3-0, we're not going to score, he says. See, Wisdom, he's got no one to play it forward to. And they have another chance forward. Hazeldine, Green gets there but doesn't, but Idzi fortunately saves the header from really close range by number 34, Edwards. And yeah, our chance fizzles out to nothing. Bishop Wisdom's probably going to be a third substitution. Probably Liam Thomas, no, Aidan Smith. Aidan Smith gets the call, I think. Another highlight going the TNS way. They've got half an hour left to play. Passing it about fairly nicely actually. Oh, lovely tackle. I was going to say lovely tackle, but they have scored that unfortunately. Liam Edwards, 1-0 to TNS. Here it is in 3D. They're passing it about fairly nicely. Sermon does a nice tackle, but unfortunately he gets, whoever scored, Edwards, gets the first ball beautifully placed in the top corner. They're playing a 4-4-2, well 4-2-4 actually, and it's causing us some troubles. Final change for me, Aidan Smith on for Wisdom off. Hopefully if it can counter and get a goal somehow, be insane. Highly unlikely though. Pearson, Lewis, passing around. Pearson on this right, into Derry Thomas into Lewis. Nearly got the ball forward then. Perry just gave it away cheaply to Smith, but fortunately Idzi, our hero on the day, has made another save to keep it only 1-0. So considering we went 1-0 down within 20 minutes, well just after 20 minutes into the game, 1-0 loss isn't that bad. 1-0 down, one man down within 20 minutes. 1-0 loss isn't that bad. So yeah, I'm not too displeased. We are 1 point behind TNS at the moment from them having beaten us, and they've got a superior goal difference. But hopefully they'll mess up, and hopefully we won't. There's still obviously not complete certainty we'll win every game. Bangor always difficult. Some other teams can sometimes mess with it. It's really Bangor is the only other team that's seriously threatening us. We were quite unfortunate today. We did play pretty well, I thought. I'm remaining optimistic. These things happen. He knows he won't. Yeah, whatever he said. But yeah, going a man down really didn't help our chances, and Edwards scoring that goal, unfortunate really, but he's banned for one match. I'm just gonna issue a warning because I'm a good guy. But that's it for this episode. Sorry, shorter, but it's quite a good game. That was a 1-0 loss. Isn't embarrassing, especially considering the red card. And our amazing run of form does come to an end. And the next episode will be the Nathaniel MG Cup final against TNS. Bit of a actually, John. We'll see what the next episode will be. It'll probably be that though. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Tell me how your saves are going in the Welsh Premier League. I haven't the same problem with me where TNS are just so difficult to beat and so difficult to get ahead of. As you see, this is the first time in ages where we've managed it. They actually got 2 rounds into here schedule senior squad. They managed to beat Derry City, who aren't that much better than us. 2 stars had a 1 star in the first knockout round, and get into the second one, which will really boost our coefficients, I hope. But that's that for this episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.